All right, Howard Lindzon, JC Parets. Howard, welcome, welcome back. How was your week?
Week was great. I am headed to. I shouldn't tell this because people will hack my account. Although it was a great week. It's June 9th. I am headed to Europe as I usually do in the summer for 3 weeks.
Where are you going?
So last charts and old farts for a few weeks, but it's only our second show. So JC, let's get right into it. Wow. On our next show, no checks. You can't wear checks. Even on CNBC, they would never tell you to wear a check shirt.
They just don't want me to talk about Fibonacci. The TV hates it when I talk about Fibonacci.
There you see charts and old farts in the back, right over JC's head. He's the charts. I'm the old fart. And
I think they got that part. I think they got that part.
You're looking good, though. You're looking good. So let's get right into it. Big tech sell-off today. Pull up. Let's give people some frame of reference for how little it really was, though.
Yeah. I mean, listen. We could talk about here. Let's
talk about tech. Just show. Let's go. People were, it was a blood red day in tech. So let's put it in context for people.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just tech; it was the Qs overall, right? So the Qs got hit, and this includes, Amazon, which came back. Sorry, getting a little frozen here. Got a lot of charts here, as you can imagine. So yeah, I mean, you had a little bit of a bounce. We still closed, right? So if you really want to get technical about it, closing price is the most important price, and we closed above the previous highs. So we're still making higher highs and higher lows in the NASDAQ, which is the one that got hit the hardest, right? You look at the Russell 2000, you're going to see a completely different story. Right here, what you're seeing in the Russell 2000 is a beautiful consolidation. Let me get out of this. You have a beautiful consolidation.
I think that's a big story today, is the Russell. It closed the week, what, all-time highs?
Highest price ever, Howard. You know how difficult?
Highest price ever. Give me an example. Who leads the small cap index?
Well, there's a lot of banks in the small caps, right? A lot more than in the S&P 500, for example. So if you look at banks, we talked about this last week, how everybody was like, oh, Head and Shoulders, Head and Shoulders. Head and Shoulders is markets trend.
It's a good shampoo. Head and Shoulders is a good shampoo.
I use it, because my dad used to use it. I guess he used to have dandruff, so I've always used it. I don't know why. But the point is that the markets trend by definition, Howard. You know what I'm saying? So they trend. So by looking for Head and Shoulders patterns, which by definition is a reversal pattern, you're defeating the entire purpose of what we're doing here in the first place, which is recognizing trends and identifying that. And in this case, it's obviously higher. So no, this is not a reversal pattern. This is the end of a consolidation resolving higher, right? This should not be a surprise.
Beautiful. I bought Goldman at 211. Well, I mean, I've owned it, so it was not a couple of weeks, and I bought it at 211. If we pull up Goldman, it had a bounce where it bounced, and it did.
Here's Citigroup coming out of a monster base, another 9-year high, something like that, 8.5, 9-year high for Citigroup. Went out at the highs. Here's a daily chart of Citigroup. Howard, how do you not like this chart?
Well, I hate that. So fuck Citibank. But let's get to the more important charts.
Why are you hating on this chart? Yeah. Tell me why you're hating on this chart. Because you have
I think I get to vote with my wallet. I'm not a Citibank customer. I hate them. I call them Shitty Bank. But I hear you. No, that's a great chart. I'm just saying,
Howard, it's a beautiful chart.
I hate airlines. We can look.
You're so angry. Why are you so angry? It's Citigroup. It's a stock. It's freaking letters, man.
Not angry. Citigroup can go up.
What about Bank of America? You got beef with Bank of America too?
Bank of America, hate it. Hate them. Never do business with them, people. Never do business with them. But I do, listen, Dodd-Frank, the news now confirms why we've been in a bull market. The one thing Trump may be able to get.
Stop it. Are you really one?
They're pulling back the regulations. The banks should be going up, and they're bouncing and hitting new highs right where they need to be. So if we look, last week we talked about XLF, which you showed. So banks make up a lot of the small caps.
So look at this chart here. Yep. So look at here. Here's financials relative to technology. It looks like we have a big time intermediate term bounce here. I think that continues. I think we can expect financials to be outperforming technology moving forward. And then let's just put things into perspective. Yeah, tech sold off, semi sold off, but we're still eyeing these highs from March of 2000. I still think that's where we're going. So this isn't the end of the world here. all we're doing is hitting our target in semiconductors. This is very normal. We should expect some consolidation here. So I think another interesting sector rotation that we're seeing is the energy relative to the S&P 500 looking for a bottom at the same place that it bottomed out in early 2016, right? And I call this, Howard, the Tarhini one more low. This is named after the infamous Alejandro Tarhini. I'm telling you, this is
I just talked to him. I just talked to the target.
I've never
seen him put under a secretary. It's a kid that was a fucking working for us. Now he's got a secretary taking my call.
He's killing it. He's killing it. I love him to death. So listen, when you have a bullish momentum divergence here, a lot of times you might get that one more low, right? And that's exactly what we got here. We got the one more low, the Tarhini one more low patented. And I think the Tarhini one more low works again and goes higher. Telling you, Howard.
Wait a minute. That's energy? We're not talking about energy? I mean, I'm naming every industry I hate. This would be terrible if tech sold off and energy and banks went to rally.
That's exactly what I think is happening.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening.
There's so much money sloshing around. So we're going to...
How about materials? How about materials? All-time highs, Howard, materials. Look at materials.
Give me an example of a material stock.
The metals and the mining, chemical companies, DuPont, Dow Chemical. The chemical companies are the leaders in that space, not the gold miners. Gold miners are a piece of crap. They're going lower. The materials, the chemicals, really, and the agribusiness, right? We're going to talk about one of the agricultural stocks in a second, but the agribusiness and the chemicals, that's where we want to be in materials.
Okay. So tech, just a sell-off at some extension. It's just been good for they have been romping, give back some gains, but the money's not coming out of the market. The Dow is up today, small caps at all-time highs, which is a lot of financials. And as he showed financials relative to tech, money came out of tech but went right into financials. So it's not like money left the market. It's just rotating today.
Just rotating, and look at energy relative to the rest of the market. I think that mean reverts also. Materials outperforming, and then same thing with industrials. Industrials look good too. These are industrials relative to the rest of the market. I think this is still bottoming out. Industrials look to outperform, I think, for sure.
Dude, you just crushed it. All right, so we just ran around the markets. I don't want to talk international today.
Oh, you don't want to talk about FTSE all-time high, DAX Germany all-time high? You don't want to talk about those?
No, because in the Trump's world, we don't care about our NATO partners. We want it's all I care about is what's happening at home.
Here's the last one for you, Howard. Here's what I'm saying.
American charts great again. We need a MACGA chart. So we need to make American charts great again hat. So I got to work on that. Hashtag MACGA.
Oh my God, that's a lot of letters.
That could be the new name of our show. Can you put that back? Can you put that on the board for me, please? Hashtag below that. Let's live change our name. Hashtag MACGA. No, right under old farts. Hashtag. We'll have a hashtag for our show.
I don't know where the marker went.
Oh my Lord. What kind of operation are you running? You're wearing a fucking tablecloth on your shirt as a shirt.
What do you want to say?
Hashtag below. Yeah. Hashtag MACGA. So it's Make American Charts Great Again. Woo! There you go. That's a really good name.
All right.
That?
So like that one? So here we go.
Around the world, yeah. So for me as a tech guy, I had a horrible day. But for the rest of the world out there, it's a blip. Nobody noticed. And they actually had a great day because materials, small caps, Dow was up.
Microcaps making serious moves, mid caps making moves, anything. And even, listen, you want to talk about large caps struggling. The Dow still was up 90 points today, going out at the highest weekly close in the history of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which goes back to the late 1800s, Howard Lindzon.
No, it's Lindzon. It's not the D is not first.
It's Lindzon.
Lind.
I know, but I'm Cuban. I'm not Canadian. I'm Cuban. What do you want from me?
Okay, Ricky. What are you going to do this weekend up in the beautiful Northern California?
I am going to look at some charts and drink some wine. I mean, that's kind of the story of my life. Maybe do a little gardening, perhaps. Maybe hike a mountain. It's just what we do.
You're the man. You're living the life. I'm going to Tuscany, so maybe we'll do a charts. Maybe we'll have Northern Cal meets Tuscany, and we'll do a Mac hashtag Mac show.
Done. I'll be drinking a Napa Cab, and you'll have a nice Italian Sangiovese or something, you know?
Okay, say hi to the missus. Have a great week. Thanks for giving everybody a tour around the American market.
I'm happy to anytime. I'm doing it anyway, Howard. And you're going to call me and ask me anyway, so.
I love it. Thanks for the help. And Perlman's coming to visit me, so it'll be fantastic.
Perlman's going to visit you in Italy?
He's never been to Europe. He's never been to Europe.
Dude, that's going to be so much fun. Oh, my God. Well, enjoy. We'll do a charts and 2 old farts.
Oh, you know what? That'd be a great show.
Yeah.
All right, talk to you soon.